What's up, sports bettors? We have 16 MLB games tomorrow, including a doubleheader for Rockies Reds, and I'm going to be sharing my top plays with you, right? Where is the value? Where is the line movement? And I have a really good bet, so hopefully you're able to tail this bad boy. So the play I have is, of course, going to be a positive EV bet, right? All a positive EV bet means there's value in the odds, right? OddsJam is constantly scanning, millions of odds in real time, MLB, kind of every sport, to try to find out where the value is. Maybe it's in the player props, maybe it's in money lines, who knows? You never know where the value is going to be as a sports bettor, but OddsJam is looking for those few spots where the sports books are, screwing up. So if we take a look at OddsJam, you can see the play we want to be on tomorrow is the Royals at plus 115 odds on WynnBet Sportsbook, right? So this is an incredible bet, 2.6% profit margin, as you can see under the percent column, and I ended up hammering it for $2,000, right here. Here's my bet on WynnBet. So again, as a sports bettor, I'm constantly looking for bets with an edge. You can see I have a few bets open under 7.5. Astros Angels, I have Hawaii plus 17 in a variety of plays. So I actually have a ton of money on Hawaii plus 3, as you can see right here. And as you'll notice, not every single bet wins, right? You can see a lot of bets lose, although these were some free bets at pretty high odds, plus 20,000. But long story short, you'll win some bets, you'll lose some bets, right? West Virginia plus 7.5 was a 5K play for us yesterday. And it's all about having an edge, right? If you want to win in the long run, you need to have an edge. So being able to get Royals plus 115, that's a bet we want to be on. That's a bet the sharps and the pros would look to be on because it's incredible value, right? No other sportsbook is giving us better than plus 107. And if you take a look, you'll notice that, hey, this bet is positive EV to every single sportsbook, right? The midpoint of BetOnline's market is going to be roughly plus 110. Right? So if you remove the VIG from BetOnline's market, the midpoint is roughly plus 110. BetOnline is a very sharp sports book. If you look at the Betfair exchange, only 9 cents of juice in their market. 9 cents of juice, right? That's why betting exchanges are very powerful sources of information, peer-to-peer betting, because they're very liquid, active betting markets. And you can see it's an ARB, right? You could ARB it with the Betfair exchange. You can make a risk-free profit placing bets on the Betfair exchange, on the Tigers, and then betting on the Royals on WynnBet. This is an ARB with DraftKings. This is an ARB with BetOnline, or at least a 0% low hold. Overall, this bet is just absolutely incredible. So I locked it in, $2,000, 2.6% profit margin, so $52 in total profit margin. Right? That's how you get rich sports betting. You always look for bets with an edge. Central Michigan plus 21.5. We absolutely crushed college football this weekend. Absolutely incredible. But honestly, just crushed this weekend. But regardless, you got to look for bets with an edge, right? Just like this one. You're not going to win every bet, but as long as your bets have a profit margin over the sportsbook, you're guaranteed to make money in the long run due to the law of large numbers, right? So anyways, another sheet, which will be in the description, that I kind of like is just this sheet, which shows you, kind of how much you have to bet per day to reach your profit goals. So maybe you start using OddsJam and you're like, hey, I want to earn $1,000 a month positive EV betting, right? If your average bet has a 2.6% edge, kind of like this bet right here, if your average bet is a 2.6% edge and your unit size is 125, then you need to place 10 bets a day to earn $1,000, right? If your unit size is $250, you only need to place 5 bets a day, right? So kind of the levers you have for making money sports betting are, number one, how many bets are you placing per day? More bets equals more money in the long run. And then number two is your unit size. The more you're betting, if the bet has a profit margin, the more you're making. In the same way, for square sports bettors, if you're betting $5 a bet and you're only placing 1 bet a week, it doesn't really matter if you line shop if your bets are positive EV. You're only betting $5 a week. But if you're betting $500 a week, you better be line shopping. You better be looking for value, right? So anyways, I locked in this bet, really good. Very tight market width. It's literally this bet is plus EV to every single book. So if you think about bet sizing, right, even though this bet has a lower profit margin than this bet, 2.6%, 3.39, like this is a bet I'd want to place more money on, right? Because this bet is literally plus EV to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sports books. Whereas this one is only plus EV to 1 sports book. And I still think this bet is good, don't get me wrong, but this bet is the absolute hammer, right? So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's make some money.